What's up, nerds? Here's Ben. He's going to give us his Imperialdramon deck profile.
So like Sean said, I was playing purple, red, Imperialdramon. And for our Tama, we're playing 1, 2, 3, 4 of the Digimon. Unfortunately, I had to play a red Tama. I really wanted to wait till I got the purple Metamon, but I just wanted to give it a try and see how I felt about it. And I thought this is the best red Tama I could play. It gives you 1,000 more DP if you have a non-red in the source, which can be pretty significant, especially with like big blockers going around like Magnets. Getting to our Digimon, there's no surprises here. We're basically playing from EX3. We're playing the 4 Vmons. On play trash one your hand to draw 2, as well as the 4 EX3 Wormmons, which are you reveal the top 3, you add 1 free or Imperialdramon, and you trash 1 of the same type, and then you place anything else in the, to the bottom of your deck. Inheritable has as long as you have a red Digimon played this all turns, it has retaliation, and your turn, if you have a purple in play, yes, gain 2k. And then for our final rookie, I'm playing 4 of the new BT16 Wormmon. This card can be crazy if you have the right setup for it. Basically, start a main or on play. As long as it's your turn, you can Digivolve one of your Digimon to a level 4 with Insectoid or free. So you can Digivolve to any of the level 4s I'm playing from your trash onto any of your Digimon, which is pretty good, especially if you can play this on deletion and start climbing up.
Best card in the deck, in my opinion.
Some more of the level 4s, or getting to the level 4s, we're playing 4 of the Flamedramon from EX3 and 4 of the Shadramon from EX3. I'm kind of throwing these together since they essentially do this exact same thing. They both have inheritable DNA. When you Digivolve into a Flamedramon, you can Digivolve one of your Digimon into a purple free in your trash. For the purple is a red free in your trash. Or you can DNA, which both effects are really important for this deck. This is a super Yu-Gi-Oh deck, as in you just combo and you try to get to an end result. And it requires a lot of setup most of the time, but the new Wormmon is definitely helps to enable the deck. And I also play 4 of the promo Shadramon. This is kind of what enables the deck to keep going. Basically, when you Digivolve into this, you can play a Vmon or Wormmon from your trash suspended. You still get the on play. So if you Digivolve into this and you play a BT16 Wormmon, you can then Digivolve it into anything your trash. So let's say a DNA target to DNA into your level 5s. So this is really these 2 cards are really what enable the consistency of the deck, even though the deck's still very inconsistent. I think the best card in the deck, the card that pretty much enables the deck to play, in my opinion, is the Dino Beamon. It has partition like all the DNAs in this set, but the really thing is you DNA into this, and you get to play any level 5 or lower free. So you can play the other level 5s, which is going to let you DNA into the level 6. But the cool thing about this card is when you Digivolve into it, you can give one of your Digimon Rush and it can attack. If you give it Rush, it has to immediately attack. But that gives you additional checks mid-evolution line. So the whole point of this deck is to Digivolve up to Imperialdramon and swing, and then Digivolve Imperial into Fighter. But this is really a really good branching path for it to like get additional checks in. Also, with the inheritable of the Shadramon, if this stack swings and dies, and you have another BT16 Wormmon in your hand, you can essentially Digivolve right back into this. And then if you have another Wormmon, you essentially start the whole chain again. As long as you have So you kind of want to. When I play this deck, I'm trying to stack as many of these in my hands as I can because this card is just that good. This card basically lets you win games that you shouldn't have any business winning.
I agree.
Getting into our other level 5s, we're going back to the old ones. We're playing 1, 2, 3, 4 Imperialdramons. This one gives your Imperial Security Plus, and when Digivolving, play a Dino B from your trash. This basically lets you swing harder. It's also on deletion, play a Vmon. So it's also just like more float. This deck has a lot of convoluted float in it. If you look if you pay attention to it. And I'm playing 2 of the Dino Bmon. The other Dino Bmon really power creeps this one, but the inheritable to attack an unsuspended Digimon is still really good. Getting into the top end of our deck, I'm playing 1, 2, 3, 4 Dragon Mode. This card is super important to see. Basically, no matter how your deck, your low end works, as long as you can get to like DNA into this with a level 5 in your trash and then Digivolve this on top of it, this is basically what you want to do every single time you play this deck. So this is like a linchpin of the deck. When Digivolving, when DNA Digivolve, I'm sorry, your opponent chooses one of your Digimon, then you delete all the other Digimon, so it's a board wipe, except for one Digimon. But then it has Blitz, so you can then Blitz, and you can Blitz regardless if you DNA or not. And when this Digimon attacks, you can pay 2 memory to Digivolve into a fighter mode. And I'm playing 1, 2, 3 of the fighter mode from EX3 as well. This one, when Digivolving, you can bottom deck the Dragon mode to essentially say that no security that's checked can activate. So no tamers, no options, no Digimon. So it's a really strong effect still, especially with all the options. Especially how strong options have gotten and tamer effects. Mm-hmm. He also has piercing, so if you declare an attack on the opponent's Digimon, he pierces through. And with all, I didn't mention this either, but Dragon Ball also when attacking gives you an additional 2k. So you're most of the time, if you have a Vmon and the Dragon Mode effect, your swing is 17k. So no Digimon is going to, unless they have like a really big blocker, no Digimon is going to delete this insecurity. Getting into our options, I only play 2 options. I'm playing 1 Deathclaw and 1 Calling from Darkness. We're playing a purple deck that relies on pieces, so Calling from Darkness is always going to be good. The reason why I'm playing 2 self-deletion options is because you swing 2, get your 2 checks in with Fighter Mode. Fighter Mode has the on delete to play a Wormmon and a Vmon, so essentially you delete for 1 memory and then you just automatically just restart it and start the whole chain again because you have 2 bodies and that's all you need to start the DNA process. Getting into our tamers, I'm playing 4 analog. Another good card, just purple staple. Get cards in your trash, get cards in your hand. You need specific cards in your trash and you need specific cards in your hand. So you just got to try to do it as fast as you can, and this is one of the best enablers in the game for that kind of strategy. And I'm playing 1, 2, 3 Memory Tamer Tie. I'm choosing to play this one. Ken and Davis is kind of awkward with this deck since all our Digimon are red, purple. So you'll never get the memory from the... you can never suspend the Tamer to gain back the memory. Mm-hmm. So this is just always going to set us to 3. Also, the additional security tech means that your level 5 stack is a double, gets an additional security attack. So if you go this into... So if you go a perfect stack with the Dino B, Imperialdramon. So Dino B can swing for 2 checks, and then you can DNA into Imperial, swing for 3 checks. So you'll clear their security in most cases. Also, having 3 memory is essentially the same thing as having the dual tamer because the rookies are always 3 cost. So you can always play a rookie from your hand with 3 memory. And you don't always have a rookie in your hand, or at least that one that you want to play up right away with the dual tamer. Also, having a memory tamer is good, just in general, not being choked and being able to make different plays. And then, like I said, the security attack definitely comes up. So yeah, this deck is actually I've screwed up quite a few times tonight. I did a lot better last week. This deck can run hot or cold. Sometimes you see everything perfectly and you're like, oh, I can just pop off now. And then other times it takes a long time to set up because you're missing something, you never find it. And if decks are fast enough, you'll just die. There's multiple times where I had 0 security and my opponent had 5. I was like, well, I guess I gotta try to win this turn. Against Brandon, I screwed it up and I could have won, but that's just the breaks. Shout outs to Joe Dobby because I took a lot of inspiration from his list. So if y'all ever get the chance, go check out his deck profile and have fun and take your time and practice it because this deck is not very easy to play. Thank you.